To change?
First off, before I answer your question, I want to thank God who let all things be possible. I want to thank my manager, Al Haymon. I want to thank Showtime and Golden Boy Productions for giving me this opportunity to showcase my skills and talent. I also want to thank this city right here, San Diego, San Antonio, San Antonio. My bad, baby, my bad.
Now, everybody knows Al Haymon fighters like to thank Al Haymon after a bout, but what's relatively unspoken of is how Al Haymon gets along with his fighters and associates really well from a personal basis. Here's a few video clips to prove my point.
Bernard, you keep mentioning Al Haymon. Are you now an Al Haymon fighter, or this is just business that you're talking right now?
That's my friend. He's my friend. I can always ask him questions. I can always ask him business. He's my friend that I can come to. Me and Al Haymon go all the way back to Vernon Forrest days. You remember Vernon Forrest? That was his first client. So I've been knowing Al Haymon over 15 years.
I mean, I'll even say you don't have to even thank me, but you know, and he likes to keep it quiet. I mean, he's my advisor and he's cool. I mean, I spoke to him a few times. Like I said, straight after the fight, he came over to my changing rooms. I would get my drug test done. He stayed with me. He sat with me and my family. We watched the fights together. He watches the fights in the back room, so he never really gets involved. So he's a cool guy, man. I mean, he's a good friend of the family. He talks about that every day.
We work, me and Al Haymon work hand in hand. Great guy, you know what I mean? That's Leonard's partner. But Al Haymon is a great guy, tremendous guy. One thing about it I can say, Al Haymon is the man of his word. Whatever he says he's going to do, he's going to do. He's a man of his word. And I've met a lot of people in the sport, just in life, period. Al Haymon is one of the best men I ever met in my life.
Al Haymon has a stable of over 100 fighters. They range from top fighters of today to potential superstars of tomorrow. And every person that signs with Al Haymon, whether they're young or old, they all seem excited to sign with him because of the reputation that he has.
Is it live? Adonis Stevens is signing with Al Haymon. Oh, what a wonderful day.
So, boxing sensation, boxing star John Molina Jr. has joined or is teaming up. He was working with Al Haymon, the same person that works with Floyd Mayweather, Danny Garcia, works with Adrian Broner, Lucas Matisse, Marcos Maidana, Leo Santa Cruz. So, John, how did this come about that you and Al Haymon are now on the same team?
Well, it just worked out well. We discussed a few things and we made the move. It's Al Haymon. It is, in my opinion, the most powerful man in boxing. So it's a good move for Team Molina. It's a good move for Al Haymon. It's going to be an exciting 2014. All the new fighters that he has, from 135 to 140, I am going up to 140. So it's going to be an exciting year, I believe.
Despite Al Haymon having such a large stable of fighters, you hardly hear any complaints from the fighters about Al Haymon treating them unjustly or, robbing them money or anything. It's usually a very good balance between the manager and the fighter.
You know, it's a sport, man. It's like a gladiator sport.
He said he has to get paid like Al Haymon fighters to fight.
Well, you got to be an Al Haymon fighter. Go sign to Al Haymon, you get that kind of money, I guess. I don't know. I get paid good. I don't know about nobody else's contracts. You know what I'm saying? But
have you ever heard of a fighter saying anything bad about Al Haymon? No one says anything bad. When people thank Al Haymon.
Have you heard anyone? Paulie, congratulations, man. After the last fight, part of your frustration, which you were vocal about, was the Al Haymon connection to Adrian, and now it seems like you're connected with Al. Can you just talk about how that happened and the process of that?
Here's the thing. I see, back in the day, you used to always see fighters thanking Don King, and then, when they would win fights, thank Don King, but then they always talking shit behind his back. I know Al's fighters. I'm friendly with all the fighters, including Al's fighters. Nobody ever complains about being with Al Haymon. They're all happy, publicly and privately. So it was something that, when I had decided after the fight, you know what, I'm done. I just don't need this in my life. I don't want to deal with the frustration. When you get a call with an opportunity to work with a guy like that can eliminate those headaches and make things happen and get you the big fights. Listen, man, I was frustrated, but it didn't mean I didn't want to fight. I enjoy fighting. I enjoy being a pro athlete. I just get frustrated with the things I don't control. You know what I mean? But if I can eliminate some of the headaches and just focus on my training and have a team around me that takes care of everything else, you know, it makes fighting a little bit more enjoyable, you know. And so it was kind of a no-brainer, you know. I went from not wanting to fight again to okay, let's give it a shot, and here we are, you know. Now with this win tonight, I'm happy I did it, you know, and you know I got to thank Al and Sam for that, you know, because if I didn't get that call, I don't think I would have fought here tonight.
Al Haymon has a lot of influence in choosing the next opponent for his fighters, and what people don't realize is how much of an influence Al Haymon has over choosing the next opponent, and you can just tell from the interviews that the fighters do.
I'd ask you normally what's next for Robert, but I know you can't tell me. That is the biggest question out there. You have no idea if you're going to be fighting under the Golden Boy banner in the future.
You know, we're going to leave that up to Al Haymon and whatever he decides, and that's what we're going to go with.
You know, at the end of the day, I don't pick my opponents. My manager, Al Haymon, does, and I never go against him. He picked the Khan fight. He picked the Matisse fight. He picked the Zab Judah fight. He picked the Herrera fight. He picked all my fights, so I never question him about his decisions. I just accept the fight, and my job is to train hard.
There he is. Anything, man. There's anybody. You tell me who's next, man. There's so many names, man. The welterweight division is flooded with talent, and they're bringing in more talent every other day. There's somebody jumping into this weight division. So, you know, there's a lot of terrific fights out there, and I want whatever the fans want, baby. Like I said, this was a great year for me. I'm looking forward to 2014. I'm going to enjoy my holidays, and we're going to be discussing with Al Haymon come January to see what holds in the future.
2014 was supposed to be a year where there was a lot of great matchups supposed to happen, especially amongst the Al Haymon stable, but they have not been happening so far. And Garcia has taken a lot of heavy criticism for facing Rotsalka, and Santa Cruz for not facing top fighters such as Rigondeaux or Frampton or Quiggs. And Keith Thurman, it was supposed to be a big year for him, but he's only fought Julio Diaz, and then he got a shoulder injury. And you can kind of tell these fighters are feeling a little bit of frustration because they're receiving a lot of the blame for it, even though they're willing to fight the top fighters. It's just Al Haymon is not lining up these matchups for them, and there's nothing they could do. And it's just...
Made an article saying that we don't need to fight Keith Thurman, man.
Who do you want?
It don't matter who I want because they don't give me who I want.
Boxing, you know, as a fighter and as a fan and as the business, like I could easily call anybody out, but it won't even happen. Then it's gonna get all the fans excited, and then I'm gonna fight somebody else, and then they're gonna be mad. So I ain't calling nobody out. Whoever they put in front of me, that's who I'll fight.
When you talk to Al Haymon, does he tell you who, or do you have a say-so on who you can fight and what you can do with your career?
He say, Danny Garcia, you fighting Amir Khan, okay. Danny Garcia, you fighting Lucas Matisse, okay. Danny Garcia, you fighting Zab Judah, okay. Danny Garcia, you fighting Ross Salka, okay. Like, all right, I don't.
Now, me as a person, when I get hounded about a certain question, like say like the cable bill, like the cable guy keeps calling me like, you gotta pay the bill, I get annoyed. So I'd imagine you must get so annoyed hearing Frampton, hearing Quigg, and hearing Rigondeaux.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah. They're saying, and then what I get more annoying of is they're saying I'm scared. I'm not scared of nobody. If I was scared, I wouldn't be boxing, and I'm here to fight whoever. I want to fight the best. The best gotta fight the best. So when I hear people saying I'm scared, I feel like that's because there's nothing I could do. I can't just say, oh yeah, I'm gonna fight him. The whole team has to agree with it. We have to come into an agreement, both camps, and we have to, like, it not only depends on me. Yeah.
That one-type check figures.
You talked about Lucas Matisse in the meeting. You've talked about him this week. You've kind of called him out. Is that who you would like to fight next?
Listen, like I said before, I didn't kind of call out nobody. I said, my next fight should be Matisse, and he can get it.
He can, so you will instruct your promoter, your manager, and all of those folks behind you to make that fight.
Listen, if it was up to me, I'd fight Matisse with this cut on my eye tonight.
Well, he didn't have much work, so maybe you want to come on out here. The fans are still here.
Man, I'll beat his ass too.
Adrian, it's good to be here in Cincinnati. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh yeah, and for everybody to know, the after party at Cameo, get there, it's going down.
All right, Adrian.
Peter Quillin has been under some criticism after vacating his title belt after Jay-Z bid $1.4 million into the bout. Peter Quillin gave many reasons. One of the reasons is due to the $1.4 million being divided into more shares. Even though Golden Boy lost the purse bid, they would have still been getting a piece of the pie, given the fact that they are associated with Quillin. And Al Haymon told Quillin that he has better plans than fighting Korbev. He said he has bigger and grander plans for Quillin, and Quillin accepted Al Haymon's advice because he has that much trust into him. Because Al Haymon is the person that has helped him be where he's at right now in regards to wealth and having his name out there amongst the boxing world.
Shake, and you know what I'm saying? That really brought a firm handshake and a good feeling. I felt good after I left off.
And you know, you should, because everyone knows Al Haymon
Let me
is
tell you
true
something.
to his
Al
word.
Haymon is the motherfucking shit. That's what I want to say. He the shit, man. Like, they hate on this man, but I'm telling you, Floyd Mayweather is the highest paid athlete in the world, bro. The highest paid athlete in the world. We living in this era. And a large part of that is from Al Haymon, bro.
Oh no, I agree with you.
Look
I
at my
agree with
man
you.
Al Haymon track record speaks for itself. Like, that's why I don't have much to say about this guy. This guy is just his own person. I'm my own person, and when it's time to speak about business, that's when we talk. Other than that, I'm living my motherfucking life.
Listen, I agree with you. If Al told you
I'm
something,
training, and they know I'm ready for the best in the world, bro. I just like some of these motherfuckers what the fight is worth. I know what the fight is worth because of what I've been told. So if I'm not getting that, then it's like, what else? Who do you second guess when a guy is already presented what he can do for fighters? You know what I mean? No athlete still came up and beat my man record with that. He made a lot of money in his last fight. It's publicized. I'm telling you, man, Al is the man to have in your corner, man. Especially being, I didn't grow up in a certain way, and he's just a good person overall. I don't have nothing bad to say about Al.